Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install Docker on a Windows 11 PC. Before we get started, let's take a look at the minimum requirements. So the version of Windows 11 that you're going to want is the 64-bit version of Home, Pro version 21H2 or higher, Enterprise or Education version 21H2 or higher. You're going to also need to enable the WSL2 feature in Windows. You're going to need at least 4 gigs of RAM. You also want to make sure that the BIOS level hardware virtualization support is enabled on your PC before you continue. Now that we've gone over the requirements, let's go ahead and install Docker. So we're at our Windows 11 desktop. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Google Chrome, and I'm at docker.com. That's the official URL. I'll make sure I link this in the description below. And you can see automatically right over here, we have the download Docker desktop. We're going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to download a file, which is 594 megs. Once that's complete, we'll jump over to the installation. Okay, the download is now complete. We're going to go ahead and click on the executable file that we just grabbed. So we get a user control prompt. We're just going to say yes to this. Okay, so we get a couple of options over here. We get the use WSL2 instead of Hyper-V, which is recommended. We're going to leave that checked, as well as if you want a shortcut on your desktop, you can leave that checked, and then go ahead and click on OK. And it's going to start to unpack and install files. This process might take a couple of minutes. I'll jump over to the next step. Okay, so the installation is now completed. What it's going to want to do is restart the computer. So we have the option right over here to close and restart, and we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm just at my login screen. I'm going to go ahead and enter in my username and password here. Okay, so we're back at the desktop, and we're just finishing up the installation right now. We get the subscription service agreement here. You can go ahead and view the full terms by clicking on this link. Once you've agreed to those terms, you can go ahead and click on accept. And the first thing that we're going to get here is a tutorial that comes up. You can either start the tutorial or skip it. Tutorial is about 2 minutes long. I'm going to skip it right now when we bring it over here to the main screen, the extension marketplace. And you can see that we have the bar down here. The engine's running, it's green. That means we're up and running and it's good. And if we go under containers, just to get a sample one running, just to make sure that it's running properly and that there's no issues, we're just going to do a default one. And we're going to open up our PowerShell. So I'm just going to minimize this for now. And I'm going to go into the start menu and I'm going to type in PowerShell. I'm going to run it as administrator. I'm going to click on yes. Okay, and inside PowerShell, I'm going to paste in that line I just copied, and we're going to hit enter. We're going to allow access through our firewall. And we have our test container running right now. We're going to go back over into Docker. So here we are inside the containers, and we can see this one just started up, and this is the one that we're using to test. Everything looks good to go. You don't have to keep this one in here. This is just for testing purposes. You can just click on stop, and then you can trash it, and it'll delete forever, and that's now gone. We do know that we have the sample container running successfully, so there is no issues here. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and put them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.